Has opened and our presiding officer, Toastmaster Shailu.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mamata, for such a wonderful start. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a huge round of applause for Toastmaster Mamata. I welcome you all to the 457th meeting of the Trailblazers Toastmasters Club. As I can see, we don't have guests today, offline and online. So I will just start with the history of Toastmasters. Toastmasters is a platform for public speaking and leadership. Here you will learn public speaking and the leadership. It started in the year 1904 by Dr. Ralph C. Smedley, who was the education director at the YMCA University, Illinois. In the year 1924, Toastmasters got officially chartered, and in the year 2024, we are celebrating 100 years of the Toastmasters International. By this time, we have the Toastmasters is present across 175 plus countries. We have 15,000 plus clubs, and we are 3 lakhs plus strong members in the Toastmasters community. With this, I'll mark this meeting as open. And as you all know, today's topic is very much interesting. It's Ugadi. India is a land of festival. Every month, I can say, if you go more deeper, every week you will see there's some festival, which we celebrate in a bigger way or which we just celebrate like that. So Ugadi is basically celebrated in the states of Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana. Ugadi is the first festival of the Hindu calendar, we can say. It falls in the month of Chaitra. So Ugadi marks the beginning of the Chat month as well. Likewise, Ugadi is celebrated in the southern states, as I mentioned, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Likewise, if you go in the other states, like if you go to West Bengal, they call it as a Poila Baishakh. If you go to Maharashtra, they call it as a Gudi Padwa. And also it marks as the beginning of Navratri, the Chaitra Navratri as well, in many parts of the northern states. As you all are here, I would like to ask from the audience, what this new year or new festival called and how you celebrate in your home state? Anyone from online audience first? Barnali, do you celebrate something related to Ugadi or no? Mute. You're on mute. You're on mute, Barnali.
No, she cannot.
You are on mute. Mute.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're audible. That's fine.
Okay, I'm sorry. So yeah, so what I was saying is we don't celebrate at home, but yeah, my friends who are from Telangana, Andhra, they do give us food items like, that pachadi that they make, the sweet, sour, and all 5 tastes, that thing. So Ugadi pachadi is something I love having. So that is something we get. And then the roti, that gud ka roti, I forgot the name.
Pattu.
Sorry?
Pattu.
Pattu. Ha, right. Pattu. Okay. So that is something I love eating. So majorly related to food, I think.
Okay, okay. That's great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Abhipsha, do you have something related to Ugadi in your state?
Yeah, related to Ugadi, I come from a region where there are a lot of Odias, a lot of Telugus. So my Telugu friends give me pachadi, the same thing which Barnali said. So they celebrate Ugadi and we celebrate Pana Sankranti. Makar Sankranti basically, Pana Sankranti, and Pana is basically sharbat, you can say, in which there are slices of mango, banana, and kapur. Those things are there, and that's like in the street, people will be distributing that freely. So that's the best part of that day.
That's great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Abhipsha, for sharing your insights. Swati, do you have something related in your home state? related to Ugadi. Would you like to share with us?
Yeah, hi Shailu. In my state, basically we call it Makar Sankranti, which Abhishek told.
Mhm.
And during that, we have normal God worshipping and we give prasad to everyone. So there
Mhm.
is, for us right now, I know there is no special food item I can mention, but these are normal prasad and normal foodie sabji we distribute to everyone. And right now I'm in Pune for some because of some family reasons. So yesterday I got to that Puran Poli because here people distribute Puran Poli
Yes.
on festival, Puri Parva. So I ate that. So yeah, it was good.
That's great. That's great. Thank you so much, Toastmaster.
Thank
Daipan? Welcome. Toastmaster Daipan, would you like to share some insights of Ugadi?
Um, well, I think like Barnali said, in the Bengali system, I mean, we don't have it on this date as such, but it's around this season. We call it Poila Vaishak, like you mentioned.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
so it's yeah, New Year, and we have sweets and again different flavors, neem leaf and mango and all of that. So yeah, welcoming the new year with different flavors.
That's great. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Narayanan. Toastmaster Narayanan, would you like to share something from your side?
Thank you, President. The Tamil New Year also comes very closely with Ugadi and Vishu. That's something that's very special. That usually it's just around a week's time. Once Ugadi comes, it will be immediately followed by Vishu. Vishu is for Malayalis, and the Tamil New Year day also usually comes on the same day as Vishu, or sometimes goes either one day before or after. So we usually have a prayer at home in the morning, and then there used to be a practice many years ago where the elders of the family will read the calendar for the upcoming year. The interesting thing is this has been followed for thousands of years, the calendar. They read about how good is going to be the agricultural output, how good is it going to be the rains this time. I used to wonder centuries ago, how could they forecast that next 12 months you're going to have floods or no rain or rains, pleasant agriculture. They will say for every state or every part of the country, they will say this part of the land was going to have good rainfall or no rainfall. That's something very amazing. In those ages, how did they master the science of astronomy or astrology is something that's really baffling. So those are something which I would really look forward to.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Toastmaster Mamata want to share some insights. Yeah.
Actually, we celebrate this at Chaitra Navarat and we
Yes.
celebrate it grandly for 9 days.
Mhm.
What my mother-in-law does, she does color stapna,
Okay.
and she just in your pots, you will take some soil and the jaws you will just plant it. So after 9 days, that it will sprout and it will one grass thing. So many
Yes.
grass thing will come. Then 9 days, first day and last day she will fast. And on the 9th day, she will call 9 kanyas and she will give food to them. And we'll do Havan also 9th day. We'll do twice in a year. This is Chaitra Navaratra and then Aswin, like Asoj month Navaratra. So morning they will do that Devi Aradhana, Devi Aarti, then evening. So it will be 9 days festival for us. It is a grand festival. So we celebrate like this.
That's great. Thank you so much. So as Toastmaster Mamata said, I belongs to Bihar. There also we celebrate Navratri, Chaitra Navratri. This Ugadi as the beginning of Chaitra Navratri. So we also celebrated the same way. But Toastmaster Abhinav, would you like to share something?
Yeah, so we celebrate Navratri like always.
Yeah.
Will be Ashtami, Navami, Navami
Yes.
will be there. In Rajasthan, from where I come from, Navratri is celebrated with full fervor festivities. On the second day of Navratri, tomorrow basically, 11th. This festival called Gangor.
Gangor, yeah.
So Gangor is basically Shiv Parvati.
Yes.
So their wedding kind of ritual happens.
Okay.
It's like that. Maharashtra is already there, but it's also like a celebration of their wedding again.
Yes.
So this was celebrated. So full week there's some celebrations or something.
That's great. Thank you so much.
So one more thing
Yeah.
I would like to add. He told Ram Navami, so I would like to share one thing. Like I am born on Ram Navami day, so my parents and my close friends, they don't celebrate. They don't wish me birthday on my day. They all wish me on Ram Navami. So that's why and this is I just remember because ninth day will be like Kullu
Yes.
Havan, and it is like I celebrate my birthday grandly.
That's great. That's great. Thank you so much, Akira.
In
And
fact-
wish you
in
advance happy birthday to you because Ram Navami is around the corner.
Yeah, in fact, I would like to mention even my husband's birthday was on Ram Navami, and it's the same thing they follow. So it's like he's wished on.
Do you think everyone's
That's great. Thank you so much, Barnali. So I know Toastmaster Ravindra and Toastmaster Krishna are from Andhra. So I'll come to you guys at the end because our theme is Ugadi today. When I was in school, my Sanskrit teacher always used to say that whenever you get a word, just try to break it down to understand the root meaning of that. So in the same fashion, if you break Ugadi into two parts, it comes like Yuga and Adi. Yuga means the era or the time, and Adi means the beginning. That is the beginning of a new era, or we also called it as a beginning of a new hope and beginning of a new season because it is the start of the spring season after the winter season. And also, Ugadi, it is also said that the Brahma created the world on this day. He created the days, he created the weeks, months, and also he written the fate of all the people according to the zodiac signs. We'll keep our discussion continue on Ugadi. For the benefit of guests and the members, I would like to tell you that today's meeting is divided into three sections. First is the prepared section, prepared speeches, where the speaker or the member will come and present their speech according to their project and levels. And the second is the table topic section, in which we have a table topic master who will come on the stage, give us the topics, and the people can volunteer and speak for about 1 to 2 minutes. It's an impromptu speaking section. And last is the evaluation section, where the speakers will get evaluated, and we have a general evaluator and her team who will evaluate the whole session. So before moving forward, I would like to call on stage the general evaluator for the today's session. She is a senior manager, documentation Fusion Cloud. She is a passionate storyteller and loves spending time with children. And being a Trailblazers, I am very proud to say that she is a Area G2 winner of the International Speech Contest, and next week she is going to contest for the Division G contest as well. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the one and only Toastmaster Barnali as a general evaluator. Over to you, Toastmaster Barnali.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shailu, for that great introduction, as always. As a general evaluator, today I will evaluate everything that takes place throughout this meeting. During the meeting, I will take notes on everything that happens and that does not happen, and I will evaluate each participant on the meeting program and look for good examples of preparation, organization, delivery, enthusiasm, etc. At the end of the meeting, I will provide my report. And now I would like to call upon stage my tag team, my timer, our counter, and the grammarian. So first I would begin with my timer, who is TM Abhinav. He's the jack of many trades, trying to master some of them. He works on for Oracle Retail AI Foundation Applications team. He has been a Toastmaster for around 8 years now and served as district and club officer earlier. He likes to stay creative by writing blogs, making podcasts, designing graphics, and delivering speeches. Please join hands to welcome Toastmaster Abhinav on stage.
Thank you, General Toastmaster Barnali. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Abhinav, and today I'm playing the role of timer today. Since everything has to be timed in Toastmasters, we want to start on time, end on time. I'll be taking into record all the timings of all the speakers who come on the stage. I have some backgrounds with me. So when somebody reaches a certain point, I'll show the green card. For table topics, it's 1 minute. Then if they reach 1.5 minutes, I'll show the yellow card in my background. When they reach 2 minutes, I'll show the red card. I hope it's visible.
Yes.
Similarly for speeches time usually are 5 to 7 minutes. When the speaker reaches 5 minutes, I'll show the green card, 6 minutes yellow card, and 7 minutes red card. Similarly for evaluation, it's 2 minutes green card, 2.5 is yellow, 3 minutes red card. For the speaker's benefit, they also get 30 seconds of buffer time as a grace period to finish their speech. They should wrap up by then. So I'll keep this red open. Whenever the speaker sees the red, they are supposed to end their speech the next 30 seconds. At the end of the meeting, I'll give my report back to the general evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Abhinav. Going ahead, I would call upon stage our counter, who is Toastmaster Krishna. So Toastmaster Krishna is a new member of the club, and he has been in the industry for about 15 years now. He had the opportunity to work in different domains like e-commerce, IoT, video streaming, and he has been the founding team member of a startup in hyper-local space. He loves reading books, traveling, and is always excited about exploring new horizons. And most importantly, I would like to mention here, this is his first role in the club. So great to see you here and all the best. Let me welcome Toastmaster Krishna on stage.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Barnali. Today, I'm taking the role as our counter. So my role as an counter is to count the number of unnecessary words or sounds or repetitive words that are used when someone is speaking on a stage. For example, you know, I mean, so these are the repetitive words which we tend to use during a speech and which tend to reduce the effectiveness of the speech. So these are the fillers or crutch words that would affect your effectiveness. So at the end of the meeting, I'll present my report to the general evaluator, and I shall also note the number of times the laughter is generated. Back to general evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Krishna. Coming up next is my grammarian, who is Toastmaster Daipayan. Daipayan is a UX designer working in the Oracle design team. He's challenging himself to build software products which are delightful to use. He endeavors to live by the maxim of less but better. He loves music, coffee, and long drives. Let's join hands to welcome Toastmaster Daipayan on stage.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Barnali. So good afternoon, everyone. My role as a grammarian today is to pay attention to the good usages of English language and also to provide suggestions for improvements. At the end of the meeting, I will be up on the stage again to give you my report. Before that, I would like to introduce the word of the day. The word of the day is to help fellow members to enrich your vocabulary one meeting at a time, so you can have a vast array of words to use to prepare your speech. For this meeting, the word of the day is Elysian, which means relating to or characteristic of heaven or paradise. The example of its usage is, I dream of retiring to a tropical island and enjoying a life of Elysian ease. Phrase of the day is to bite off more than you can chew, which means to take on a commitment one cannot fulfill. The example of a usage is, the government bit off more than they could chew when they tried to completely overhaul the tax system. You are encouraged to use the word and phrase of the day as frequently as you could in this meeting, and I will count how frequent this word has been used. I will provide my report at the end of the meeting. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Daipayan. And that brings me to the end of the intro section. So over to Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Barnali, General Evaluator. Please give a huge round of applause for our General Evaluator. So now let's move to our first section, that is the prepared speaking section. Today we have a speaker, Toastmaster Narayanan. Before calling the speaker, I would like to call on stage evaluator for Toastmaster Narayanan. The evaluator for Toastmaster Narayanan is working in an OCI team, and he's trying to be a better version of himself every day. He is enhancing his spiritual growth and trying to spend each moment joyful. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Toastmaster Ravindra, evaluator for Toastmaster Narayanan. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day and the President, Toastmaster Shailu, for the introduction. Okay, today I'm evaluating Toastmaster Narayanan's speech. It's my honor and privilege to evaluate our veteran speaker. Okay, so the purpose of this project is for the member to learn about and practice facilitating a question and answer session. And also the purpose of the speech is for the member to practice delivering an informative speech and running a well-organized question and answer session. The member is responsible for managing time, so there is adequate opportunity for both. So all the best, Toastmaster Narayan, for your speech.
Thank you.
And the timing is 5 to 7 minutes.
Yes.
Complete project.
Timing.
Actually, it is 5 to 7 minutes for the initial presentation, summarizing, and then 10 to 15 minutes of handling the Q&A part from the audience.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Narayan. Over to you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ravindra, for putting up the objective of your target speaker. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have our speaker. He's a trailblazer for 7 years, former club president, former area director, club coach, and a club mentor. And above all, he's a 3 times Triple Crown winner as well. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Toastmaster Narayanan. Today, he is going to have his speech, which is a Q&A session. And the topic of his speech is how to apply Toastmasters life in our professional lives. How to apply Toastmasters life in our professional lives. Thank you, and over to you, speaker, Toastmaster Narayanan.
Thank you. Am I loud and clear? Audible, visible?
Yes.
Thank you. All right. So, a lot of us have this question, right? You know, we invest our time and we invest our money in becoming a member of a club. And apparently you will have this question as to what is it going to do to me after joining this club or after joining this organization? What am I going to get? Now, there are many aspects of Toastmasters, and in the professional front, I can keep talking about it for many hours. This particular topic, my next 5 to 7 minutes is going to be on how is this going to apply in our professional lives. After my speech, we can have an interactive Q&A session wherein you're all free to ask questions, and I will try to answer it to the best of my ability. And this is going to be the way the questions are being asked and the way it's being answered. That will be the evaluation parameters. Now, let me cut to the chase. Right from 2009 to 2014, I was in the recruitment panel of my team. So we had to, at least twice in a year, we used to have people coming in for interviews, and I used to interview them. And if they are fresh out of college, you all know the first question that is going to come up. What will be the first question for somebody who's come out of college?
Tell me something about yourself.
Yeah. So default question, you know. So yes, hello, hi, how are you? So tell me about yourself. Now, as simple as this question is, answering this question is never easy. You see, the interviewer has only got maximum, say, 10 minutes per candidate, 10, 15 minutes per candidate, right? Extreme cases, half an hour per candidate based upon seniority. And in these 15, 20 minutes, 95% will go to the domain related, subject related area. the first 2 to 3 minutes is the time that is given for you to connect with the interviewer and then say what kind of a personality you are. And that really forms a huge impression in the recruiter's mind. So, like anybody, right from somebody who has who's come out of college, or those who have got, say, under 5 years experience and even more than that, how do you start off? How do you connect to the interviewer? Let us now pause here. Let's go back to what Toastmasters offers you. See, so there are 3 parts in our regular session. So what are they? The first part of the session is your
Speeches.
come on, folks. Come on. Prepare speech. And then comes
Evaluation.
Table topics and evaluation. Now, this table topics area is one area, an exercise that I have never come across anywhere in any other platform other than Toastmasters. In 2 minutes, between 1 to 2 minutes, you are thrown a topic. You will quickly come up with what goes on in your mind. Initially, it might not fall in place, but over a period of time, you will be able to talk about something for at least 1 minute. No, don't you think practicing this multiple times, don't you think will enable you to face any tricky question somebody is going to ask you? Quickly, just like that, you will start. Today's TT session, I would love to see that. Initially, the questions might be a bit tricky, but as and when you keep on trying it, you will be comfortable. Maybe the content of your speech may not be right, but you will know how to approach it. You may either take a humorous mode, you may take a story mode to approach your question. That is something that Toastmaster facilitates. Point number 2, let's just reverse back, come back to prepared speeches. We always encourage people to start with an organized subject. Irrespective of whatever your objective is, we always encourage you to follow the opening, body, conclusion part. These 3 broad areas are very vital for any of your speeches. These 2 are very, very vital, simple, and most importantly, usually forgotten tricks in leadership. So you just keep remembering that attempt for a quick table topic and working towards a nice opening body closure will be really, really comfortable in managing any question that is thrown to you. Now, like how table topics is important for quick thinking, the other important parameter is time management. Now, there was a time when I never used to open my mouth, but now if I start speaking until Abhinav shows me red card, I will not leave the stadium, become a chatterbox. Time management is very, very important. The person in front of the speech dais may be a genius, but you keep yapping, you will lose focus. Science says that the human brain can comprehend the content only in 7 minutes of time. That is exactly the reason why Toastmasters gives you the choice to do a speech only in 7 minutes. There are very odd cases where the speeches go between 15-20 minutes or so, podcast or interviews, something like that. Beyond 7 minutes, it is very, very hard for the human brain to comprehend. So every 7 minutes, even if it is a keynote speech, you have to keep re-establishing the contact with the audience. Then the last and the most important area where Toastmasters will help you is presentation skills. Now, I'm sure how many of you know that there is a separate pathway called Mastery in Presentation Skills. Now, I have seen many presentations and I have my own opinions for that. But let me tell you, a presentation in the professional environment, you may not get applauses. You may not have scope for humor because it's about, informal and a very work-related area. So how are you going to address those presentation skills? Some of the areas are, you just need not jump into presentation. Briefly tell about what are you going to talk about. Tell the audience what are you going to talk about, and then summarize it at the end. Make it as interactive, but sometimes, you may have questions like, subject is very, very boring. The subject is not familiar to everybody. How do you do that? Now, subjects like these where it's slightly dry, be very open about it. You tell them you have done research only on this. Be very frank, be very outspoken. You have not worked on it. There is no hands-on experience. So make those sessions interactive. Let them ask more questions rather than you giving you the presentation, let it be more interactive. And the most important point is, please don't read from the PPT. Don't type in your content in the PPT, show them in the screen, and then keep reading it out. It is as good as emailing the PPT and ask them reading it out. Give bullet points and expand every bullet point as they see your face. Ensure that the people don't see the PPT. They only need to hear what you say. Give them a bullet point in the heading. That is what I've been doing for the last 5 years. I never give the content in the PPT. In my team meetings, I'll just give a one-word bullet point and they all see to the screen and then they look at my face because there is no data there. So I tell them the face. It's very important for people to look at our face. So these are certain areas where Toastmasters in communication in a very summarized format will help you. So to summarize, you will have reduced fear, increased confidence, and the more you be on the stage, you will have fun. This is what has been my experience in professional environment. Let me throw the floor open for any question and answers that the audience may have for 10 minutes, 15 minutes to be. Abhinav, you can once again show me the red card after 10 minutes is done or earlier than that. I'll try to answer to the best of my ability. No questions?
I have a question.
Yes, Abhinav.
So you told about like one pathway is called presentation mastery, in which presentations should be given. Can you suggest some other pathways in which whatever you do in pathways can implement in your professional life as well?
Correct. So see, every path has got its own nuance, its own strength. Now, I chose presentation mastery to refer because the hardcore competency in this particular path, though I have not done this path, talks about how to make meaningful presentations. But I am sure all the paths have certain overlapping areas which help you to become a better communicator. Now, there are some areas where you are asked to make humor, bringing in humor. Now, the path that I choose, my first path was innovative planning, and the second path is effective coaching. Innovative planning was the time when though there is no special topic on presentation, I was told to make a supplementary presentation that will supplement my speech. So I just pasted some photographs and then made a speech out of those photographs. Just simple. I just copied the photos, put it in the PPT, made a story out of it. Now, after that presentation was done, and when I saw many other presentations done, the one thing that I learned is, as I said, not to replace the content with the speaker. There's no point. If I put all the content in the PPT, then instead of me telling it out, I can ship it out to the audience by email. So I have to gain my presence. I have to make my presence felt there. That is something which I learned after seeing other members do their PPT who have done presentation mastery. I mean, as being a visual expert, I'm sure you would know more about that. But one thing that I would say that, it's like the way you approach a subject, whether it is a technically very intense or a very boring area, you will have a different feel of thought once you go through any pathway for that matter.
Okay.
I hope I've answered the question.
Partially. What I wanted to
What was
ask
the other area I missed?
No, so the question is basically you have done two pathways now, almost two pathways. So what learnings have you gained from pathway 1 and pathway 2, which can be implemented in professional lives?
As far as the professional life is concerned, your confidence and your handling of fear will definitely come down. That has been my personal experience in the professional front. Although in personal areas there have been many other improvements. That's something that's for the story is for the other. I used to stammer a lot in front of a huge audience. Whenever I used to go to road shows, in my previous company, when you see customers coming in large numbers, though you are familiar with the topic, you tend to get a bit nervous. I'm still nervous. I still have sweaty palms. But what I do now is I kind of keep it under control. And you will have this confidence of, let's manage it. That's fine. Okay, maybe you're talking to your senior VP, you're talking to somebody who has joined yesterday only. You're talking to your peer, you're talking to a customer. I was able to adjust my speech content with respect to whom I'm talking. So the audience awareness and my familiarity and controlling my fear, I think has really been my positive areas in pathways.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Abhinav. I see Barnali putting up a hands. Daipan will come to you next. Thanks. Yes, Barnali, shoot.
Yes, thank you so much. So you beautifully put across your thoughts. Just one thing I wanted to know, like, is there any aspect of Toastmasters program that you think isn't really applicable or you feel it should be changed? Isn't applicable to professional or real life. It doesn't help much.
At this point, I don't have that kind of thought. Earlier in the days when pathway was introduced, I was more biased towards the old model where we used to have a book and the objectives will be printed there. You have to manually write the evaluation stuff. We all used to enjoy that a lot, but that was just a loyalty. It is more based on loyalty and the bias. But the new system pathways has come to be in practice after many decades of research, discussion, and debates with proven public speakers who are also not Toastmasters. I was told way back in 2009-10 that almost 15 years has been put into the research of introducing pathways, and it took another 5 years for pathways to be rolled out. I really don't think that I will make a statement saying that this has got nothing to do with your life. If you really look into it very deeply, every single path and every single project inside every single path has definitely got its own underlying connection to our professional life. As I said earlier, the way you listen instead of hearing, the way you observe instead of seeing. Many people, they just hear, they don't listen, they just see, they don't observe. By evaluating, you are taught to first very clearly listen instead of hearing, and you are taught to very clearly hear instead of just, listen instead of hear, and then watch instead of just see. These two aspects are very important for a leader, and every single path has got its own underlying benefit for professional life as well. Hearing, observing, being empathetic, not sympathetic, managing a script according to the audience, managing a show if something goes wrong. Imagine that, you're showing a PPT to the vice president. Suddenly, the PPT is not working, or they are not comfortable with the content, and they may ask you questions over and over again. Certain cases where they come from different geographies, their culture may be different. They may speak differently. They may not understand the body language. So when you come to know of that, a good Toastmaster can quickly change the context of the content, adapt it immediately as per what the audience needs. So all these things can be possible. You will learn all those things as and when you keep crossing pathways. But definitely, yes, I would not say that, this particular path is not useful or professional. I wouldn't make that statement. No.
Sure. Thank you.
Daipayan?
Yeah, so I think you began by saying that question of tell me about yourself, and that, right? So this whole thing of impromptu speaking and table topics, like impromptu when you speak, in your experience, like, when there are so many thoughts going on, so I feel like if the thoughts in your head are clear, then you will speak it clearly, right? But when you are battling so many thoughts, and it happens to me many times, like even when I'm asking a question in a meeting, it doesn't come out because there are so many thoughts. So in your experience, like, Toastmasters is an excellent forum. So what are the things we should do to practice more than speaking, that clarity of thought and structuring of thoughts? How can we improve on that?
That was a very heavy question, Daipayan. Somebody asked a similar question to one of my favorite speakers. He is a multiple-time district champion, and when this question was asked to him, it was not the same question as you had asked right now, but the content of the question was the same. And he said, "Okay, so tomorrow morning you pack your bags, go to Mount Everest, sit there and do dhyan, and the mind will get clear." So this mind getting clouded, thoughts coming in, and then people say that let us be clear of your conscience. Do not allow stuff to come into it, those are all great advices. But let us agree upon one thing. We are all normal human beings, right? We are wanting to learn new things, so we are here. And every normal human being's brain almost function in the same way. It is impossible. Okay, let me not use the word impossible. It is very common feeling that your brain keeps being clouded by many thoughts as and when you do something else also. It is very, very natural. First and foremost, let us accept the fact that yes, my brain is clouded. I'm fighting many other thoughts parallelly as I do something else. It is bound to happen. You keep fighting it, it might become an impediment for you to communicate clearly. So my personal opinion is, make it your friend. Let it come. Let the thoughts come in. Let the thoughts come in. So then, how are you going to manage your speech then? The trick is, make this habit of the thoughts clouding into you your friend. Accept it. Give it its space. Let it come. It's fine. But having said that, as the thoughts keep clouding into your mind, how be there? Now, as in the moment I'm talking, I'm just keeping closer on my nephew who is sleeping in the other room. He will immediately come out now. My thoughts is in the other room where he's playing with his iPad, which I don't want him to do. The moment I'm going to do the speech, I'm going to go and give him a shout. He's working on his iPad. So my brain is there now, but let it be there. Okay, that's a space given to him. Let it be there. And but right now, I know that somebody is questioning me and I have to answer it. So give it its space. Let the thoughts come in. It's fine. Don't fight it. Have it there. Let it be there. Give it respect. Just let it be your friend. Parallelly, just take a breath. Be in the present. Try to address or try to do what we are doing right now. Certain other supplementary task that will help you to be more agile in this process, to be more reactive, is lots and lots of reading. A very old practice, a very conventional answer maybe, but sadly a very forgotten practice. During a podcast with the Toastmaster Abhinav, I was sharing my feeling that the habit of reading is dying nowadays. The more you read, take it from me, the more you read, your thoughts, your delivery will be exactly the way you want it to be.
Got it.
My request is spend more time in reading. Have a space for this clouded thoughts. Let it come. It's fine. That is fine. Let's not fight it. Yes, I think I'm seeing Shailu from the room. Yes, Mr. President.
Yes. So I have one question, like when in Toastmasters, whenever we prepare for any speech or whatever we prepare, we try to be expressive, so much expressive. We do drama, we do hand gestures and lot many things. But I got feedback from my friends that he said he don't like the Toastmaster setting of being so expressive. He said he likes the people like Steve Jobs or other people who talks very minimalistic. He just sits and just talk very minimalistic. So what's your take on this?
Okay, this is a very, very subjective issue. I can talk about this for almost hours together. Okay, now, being expressive, the word being expressive itself is a very subjective term. This, what was the first rhyme taught to us when we were in kindergarten?
Sorry, first?
The school nursery rhyme that is taught to us in the kindergarten.
Twinkle, twinkle, little stars.
Okay, can anyone of you just narrate it for me? I just want to know the name. If it is the folks on the room, just come to the center of the dais and do it for me. For two to three lines. Shailu, you do it. No, just do the first two lines of the rhyme.
Happy to do it.
No coaxing. Mamata, don't coax him. Okay, yeah. Go ahead, Shailu.
Little twinkle, little stars, how I wonder what you are.
Thank you, Shailu. Thank you. Shailu, see, if this is the subject of your speech, tell me honestly, will you do the same way as you did right now? Or would you do something else?
Something else.
Why? Why not this?
Yeah, I'll do whatever it suits the situation or the forum.
Exactly. Now, let me just pause here. Abhinav, can you just share if this would have been told by your daughter? How old is your daughter right now? 2 years, no?
Yeah. She doesn't study much.
She,
She's a star.
imagine Abhinav's daughter being invited to our club, right? Imagine she's 2-year-old kid, and let's say she is presenting this rhyme to us in front of say 15 people. I am sure, irrespective of how the child's parents act, the child will be very expressive. Now, a child being expressive is emotionally expressive. They, they do this, they shake their head, they dance, they hop. Now, a child being expressive is one subject, is one thing. As we grow up, Steve Jobs, let us say, if he's going to talk about Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, I am sure he wouldn't be comfortable doing this. Why would he be? It is not that he cannot, he can, but it doesn't suit him at that particular stage. When he's talking to business houses about the new application feature that's going to get introduced in his platform, he wouldn't, jump up and down, show this and all that. He's going to run a show and then say, this is what we have acquired. So, as long as the speaker is comfortable, I always have an opinion like a good candid speaker need not translate every single word into actions. Very recently, few of us went to the area contest, and there was a speech which sent something like that. I mean, please, I'm not mocking the speaker. With the due respect to the speaker, the speech went something like that. Able to see my hands, right? Okay. Welcome to the land of the golden sands of Rajasthan, the land of the kings. Now, why this? I wouldn't expect that. Why do you want to translate every single golden sand, land of the kings? No, I mean, I wouldn't want every single word to be translated. No. Then what? Do you expect me to stand something like a robo here and then say, welcome to the Rajasthan, land of the kings, where you will see a lot of forts and breeze? No, that looks like a robotic speech, right? So you add an expression wherever you think you will make an impact. As I went to the hotel and stared at the menu, and as I placed my order, and when the waiter got to me, that golden brown dosa, the aroma. So when you say brought to me, you bring in your hand like this with a plate here. Now, this is what I would do. When I'm talking about the dosa being brought to me, I'm kind of adding an additional impact to the food that is brought to me, and I want it to have an impact at that point. So I'm limiting the expression to the plate being brought to me. That is all. I will not say how the waiter came, how did I make the order. That I felt that is not important. So as long as you are comfortable, as long as you think you can make an impact, how much of expression you are going to use, I would leave that to you.
Yes. Got it. Thank you so much.
I have a question.
Yes, Mamata.
Uh, so I have joined Toastmaster 6 months back. So I see a lot of personal benefits from here, but my manager was not very comfortable me, and he was asking me lots of questions. Why you want to join? I joined some 4 or 5 years back. I did not like it. So why you want to join? So he wanted me. So I wrote a mail with lots of clarifications. I searched internet and lots of clarifications I gave. Then finally he has asked me, and whenever I come to meeting also, I don't tell him that I am coming to meeting. If sometimes some work is there, I have to give that priority. Why that thing is that? How can I convince, and how can I say it is helping me professionally as well? And why I don't need to, means I feel that thing that I don't need to say him. That thing should be in our mind that this is also like priority. Once in a week we can spend time without any hesitation, without giving any clarification to anyone. So that thought sometimes comes to my mind. So how to convince myself, and as well as like if somebody is asking me that question, how to convince that so that the doubt will be not there in his mind, or in her mind.
Okay, let me be very practical in answering this question. First and foremost, do not expect any magic the next day morning after joining Toastmasters. This is a lifelong, this is what I would say. Communication is like a life lesson. There are people who are in this organization learning, doing multiple parts for 15 years, 20 years, 25 years. they have done everything, they have reached the heights, but still they keep on learning. All right. So it's not that just because I sign up as a member, I paid my fees, 15 days is done, 6 months is done, I don't see results. No, it may not be tangible. It may not be tangible immediately. Some people sadly have a preconceived notion like, no, this is not going to work. No, the answer for them is I don't think you can convince them at all. And that person is a manager. So you've got authority on top of the head. So definitely, if they get decided that I will not be convinced, you can't convince them. The only way out is you kind of show improvement, and which you will eventually over a period of time. Keep watching yourself. We are the best judges. Though you will be evaluated in as a course of your thing, you will know that what kind of a speaker you were 3 months before, what kind of a speaker you are today, and how good a speaker, a leader you are maybe 1 year down the line. So there is no shortcuts. Learning is continuous. We will have shortcomings, but you will know how to manage it. So it's a lifelong lesson. And if people don't want to get convinced, they will not be convinced. And my request to you is please don't try to convince them. Please don't try to convince. I don't think you will be able to convince them. That is not our job. Our job is to share information, not to convince. We can influence somebody, but we cannot convince them. I don't think so. I mean, this is my personal opinion. I never tell about my Toastmaster journey to any of my teammates or even to my boss, though he is kind of very curious, but I know, like, it doesn't work like this. So I keep it quiet. I don't share anything with them. I used to in my previous team, but this team I just keep it quiet. So I ensure that, doesn't stop my work also, which we can anyway manage. So somebody wants to, keep their ears closed. We can't go and pull the hands away, right? They don't have the ears closed. That's it. Can't help it. Any further questions? All right. I think any other questions, I'll be more than happy to answer you offline whenever we meet in person. My name is Narayan. I've been an excellent session. Honored to be with you with this lovely topic. Thank you very much. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Narayan, for such a wonderful topic and wonderful session, I can say. We are blessed to have such a learned Toastmasters in our club who is always there to enlighten us and share knowledge with us. Thank you so much for sharing your knowledge and guiding us throughout the journey. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So, in continuation to the theme, Ugadi, there is one story behind it. It's a very famous story. Ravindra is smiling. It seems like he knows the story. So, okay. So there was one demon known as Somakshura. What happened? He stole the Vedas from the Brahma and hid it into the ocean. Then Brahma went to Lord Vishnu to seek help from him. Then Lord Vishnu took his first incarnation out of 10. Can anyone tell me what is the first incarnation of Lord Vishnu? Yes, so Matsya. So he took the first avatar as a Matsya, he killed the demon and he returned the Vedas to Brahma. And that day, Brahma created the world. So this was the one story associated to Ugadi. So now let's move to the second section of today's meeting, that is the table topic section. For that, I would like to call on stage who is a QA engineer with Oracle Fusion GRC, and she loves being around the people, talking to them, sharing their experiences. She loves listening to music and more especially the old Bollywood music. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Toastmaster Mamata, the table topic master. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you. So table topics is like that. It is like impromptu speeches. In that we can just move around our creativity, and that time we can say whatever we want. So it is like very good opportunity. We should utilize it. So with that I will just start my table topics. I'll ask some questions to you. I'll give some topics, so you can just say whatever you want to say. So my first, as the Ugadi is the theme today. So first question is like that. No, first I'll ask like who will volunteer for the tabletop today? So like we celebrate festivals, Ugadi. So how you feel that the celebration of festivals and that our culture, everything, how it helps? And would you like to pass this to your next generation or not? Like how you feel?
Yeah, celebration of festivals, not only Ugadi, but there are a lot of Indian festivals. So this teaches our core origin of history and culture, and the way we not only dressing and making dishes is one part, but it teaches us getting togetherness and sharing love and together as a family. We invite all our family members together and we celebrate, and we have a lot of games as well, and we have a lot of different kinds of dishes we prepare. So this helps us to share our experiences and our thoughts within each other, and it helps us to grow in unity. And if any problems comes in our family, within a family, it helps us to solve by sharing our thoughts and ideas. If anybody is in trouble, it helps us to solve the troubles. And not only that, it also gives opportunity to help others, like giving and helping others to the needy, and also forgiving others, like whoever may have troubled earlier in our lives. It tells us how to forgive them, so that such important things we can pass on to our children. And apart from culture and unity, it also gives us a lot of benefits, gives a lot of benefits like getting togetherness and helping each other. And also these things, core values, we can pass on to our kids, and so that the coming generation shall be established and have a social well-being within our society. Thank you.
So who will be the second volunteer for the table topics? So my question is, which is your favorite festival and any beautiful memory associated with that festival you can share with us?
Yeah, being an Indian, we're lucky enough to have a lot of festivals, right from Sankranti to Diwali. So one of my favorite festivals is Diwali. So one is because we get an opportunity to burst crackers. So, and apart from that, Diwali also teaches us a good thing. It's about festival of lights. So what light symbolizes is knowledge. So it symbolizes the victory of evil over good. So it symbolizes knowledge, win of knowledge over ignorance. So these are the core values which the festival of Diwali teaches us, right? So we always try to, prefer knowledge, and whenever during our dark time, because our life will not be smooth always. We know we have ups and downs in our lives. So it should not be like whenever we have something not good, things are not going as per our expectation, right? So we should not feel very bad. We know, in future, we will be going into better position. So these are the few things which Diwali teaches me, along with, of course, the good food, the good way we come together with our family and having crackers, etc. Thank you.
So who will be the third volunteer for table topic? So I would like to.
Online books you can check.
Yeah, any online folks also they can just volunteer.
I'm going to
Okay.
timer, please note the time. I'll do it.
I have got something. This object, so you have to just say something about this object or any beautiful memory or anything about this object.
This is champa, right?
Yeah, flower. Yeah, you can
What do
say
you call
this is just flower, champa flower, a flower. So you can just generalize flower. Then apart from that, for champa, if you want to say something, you can say.
Okay. Alright, so this flower is champa flower. Probably it's called jasmine in English. Maybe it's very common. I could have known that, but if it's not, so flower is something, and this specific flower is kind of a plant which is usually around temples. So just next to my house in my hometown, there's a temple. So like we are from a priest kind of family, so some of my relatives are owner of that temple. So, and I spent a lot of time in that temple area, not praying, but playing. So we used to play around this champa tree for the whole day. So somehow, although this plant is not very big as such, but it gives enough shade, so you can sit under it and play it. So all the memories of childhood playing in the temple vicinity, temple area premises, not necessarily praying, but playing under this plant is one of my most cherished memory. Also, the smell of this flower is really, really good. Or maybe it's because of conditioning. I like the smell. Even in the office, block B, I think she takes from there only. Outside block B, there's a plant tree. Now this plant grows in white color, sometimes it's also pinkish in shade as well.
Yes.
And it's also written there, actual name. I'll find out what the actual name means. But this flower or any flower as such, or any tree as such, gave us shade. The multiple uses of that. So we should all cherish those plants, those trees, plant as much as flowers as possible. There are more flowers, or lives will become better. What I feel. Like greenery always soothes the eyes, and the beauty of the trees can get enhanced if there are flowers on it. And Bangalore is full of flowers. We should don't let this beautiful part of Bangalore go away. Plant more trees, plant more flowery trees. So Bangalore will be pink, purple, white, pinkish, and so on. So that's my take on this.
Who will be the next volunteer? In online folks, anyone wants to volunteer?
I can
I
go.
could go. Okay, after you.
Okay, after that. So, this is my Samsung mobile. So, I just want you you have to sell this mobile. Like you have like Samsung mobiles you have to sell. So you are like
Apple person.
yeah, or anything. Like if you want to sell Apple mobile also, that's also fine because you can't see it in Samsung mobile or something. So you have to just create that ad and sell it. Advertisement. How you will create it? Just creativity to it.
Okay. Mm. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. So I am here today to present to you a very new product, and I know this is the festival season, and everyone thinks that you are getting discounts on the new products. But here is a product that I'm going to sell to you, or I'm going to present to you, which does not have any discount. And you might think that why is there no discount? Whereas every product out there, whether it's a phone, whether it's a laptop, whether it's anything, is going to being sold on a discount. So let me tell you the truth about discounts. Discounts are always a marked up version of the price, and then the price is reduced, and it gives you an impression that you're getting a discount. What we have over here is this Samsung phone, which is so honest that it does not need a discount. And we are not going to tell you that you're getting a discount when you're not actually getting a discount. So in the spirit of the new year that Ugadi brings us, to be truthful and to be honest with ourselves and with everything around us, let's use this Samsung phone in a very honest way without any discounts. Thank you.
Yes, Maria. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Maria, for you, the same thing, creativity, this is leaf. So you have to say like whatever you read about leaf or what imagination in your mind, creativity is coming about leaf, how you use it. So you can say about this.
Wow, interesting one. Okay. Yes, and the mango tree has like it's full of leaves. So basically what I do is every morning, right, I kind of chew one of the leaf. I'm supposed to have some good health benefits. And plants by itself, they provide a lot of medicinal values, right? Um, even like tulsi plant. What we do, we take a few of those pattas, a few of the mango leaf, and also the mulberry leaf, supposed to be keeping you in good shape. So I try that. They help a lot. The environment, trees provide a lot of shade through the leaves, right? And especially there's in the evening times, we have our neighborhood cow who comes over to our house, and my kid fits gives her a lot of leaves. So that's what I wanted to add. Leaves are an integral part of our life.
So with this, I will just close this table topic part today, and I will hand over the space to our Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mamata, for your topics. So, in continuation with Ugadi, every festival starts with a ritual bath. And in Ugadi, it is seen that the women take the bath or wash their hairs with oil and water. And also it is written in Ayurveda that washing your hair with oil and water will give a relaxing and a soothing effect. And also it is known as Abhyanga. The name is Abhyanga in the Ayurveda for this thing. Toastmaster Barnali is looking very curious about it. You want to say something, Barnali?
No, I'm wondering from where you came to know about it. So,
Okay. Okay.
interesting.
Yeah. So there's a story behind it. Like the oil represent goddess Lakshmi and the water represent goddess Ganga. So it is said that the women who take bath with oil and water will get the you can say the blessings of goddess Durga and goddess Lakshmi and goddess Ganga at the same time. And also on this day, the houses gets clean, people make rangoli outside, and they hung the mango and coconut leaves on their doors. So these are the special things which happens on the day of Ugadi. All right, we'll keep our discussion continue. Now we'll move to the next section, that is the evaluation section. For that, I would like to first call on stage our first evaluator for Toastmaster Narayanan's speech, Toastmaster Ravindra.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Today I'm evaluating Narayanan's speech. So it was a power-packed, knowledgeable session with a lot of information. I really liked the speech given by Narayanan. So the way he expressed the different kinds of aspects, like improving our career life or professional life, how the Toastmaster is useful for us. So it gave me like, so I can say that 2 bits off more than you can chew. So I joined Toastmaster not to live in the middle, but to digest everything, whatever is there, whatever the inputs I get, whatever the evaluations I get. So So total, I can say that it is an Elysian speech given by Toastmaster Narayanan. So it gives he showed us not only the overall what are the benefits of joining Toastmasters, but also he gave his life experiences and how it will be useful in giving giving a presentation in PPT, or how to manage the things, and how to improve professional life, as well as he also shared how the lots of reading gives us more knowledge, so that we can give more ideas in this while giving the speeches, how to manage the speeches through the lots of reading. And also he answered the questions to this actions and expressions while giving speech, how we can manage our actions and expressions while giving the speech. And he compared to this iPhone inventor, and how he used to give how he gave the speech without any much actions, and he added some fun part to it. Okay, and it's overall it's a brainwash session. So I would like to hear, and these kind of sessions will be useful for newcomers and new joinees who are joining in Toastmasters, and also for the new who completed their college and searching for jobs. For those people, these Toastmasters will be useful and beneficial for them to give to attend their interviews and pass the interviews, and how to be an interviewer and how to interview them. All these things we can learn. We learn from this speech today, and kudos, and it's a great speech, Narayanan. Good luck to you.
Thank you so much,
Thank you very much.
Toastmaster Ravindra, for your wonderful insight. I hope your target speaker will get the benefit of that. Now, I would like to call on stage our general evaluator. General evaluator, over to you, Toastmaster Barnali.
Thank you so much, TMOD. So what a beautiful meeting, I would say. Especially the theme, festivals, and especially Ugadi. So festivals in India, if you see, they are not just about celebrating them. It's not just a festival, it's not just a celebration. It's basically a medium through which we connect to people. I think that's the time when, as most of us discussed, that's the time when we talk to people, we forget our, differences, we embrace people with love. Most of these festivals are the places where we actually, maybe we haven't met someone, a relative or a friend or a neighbor since a long time. This is the time we can just barge in, meet them, share sweets, talk to them. So I think that's the beauty of festivals. And like in the discussions, things came up, like most of the times, we are kind of going away from these celebrations. So it makes so much sense to bring it as a topic in Toastmasters meeting. And kudos to the TMOD for coming up with this. And I think he very beautifully introduced the topic, connected all of us in the discussions, engaged us in this beautiful thought. So kudos. One point I always felt, whenever we present in any meeting or anywhere, it matters a lot how the audience actually applauds us, or maybe, praises. So that's something I think I would like to mention here. Toastmaster Shailu does a great job every time, whenever someone presents. The enthusiasm with which he says, "Thank you so much, let's have a big round of applause." I think that gives a lot of energy, and sometimes I feel, did I do really so good the way he's, praising? That's the kind of feeling he gives. I think that's fabulous, and it actually boosts our morals, the presenters' morals. So I think we all should learn from him how to do that, always keeping the energy going on. Okay, not spending much time into this anymore. I would say the did a great job. I see a lot of improvement in Toastmaster Mamata. The table topic section also, how beautifully she took it forward. Just because I'm talking about her sections, I would also mention how beautifully she came up with those creative ideas of table topics, triggering the conversation. And, those topics were very easy. Every time someone presented, I was feeling, oh no, I should have volunteered. This was an interesting one. I could have talked so much on this. So definitely, I think all of you did a very good job. And kudos to Mamata for coming up with those topics. Very interesting, not just, connected to only Ugadi. She mixed up things like, Toastmaster Daipayan selling the mobile, and how beautifully he talked about not giving discount with honesty. Be honest and buy this. Okay, so that was great. I think it triggered a lighter side and very interesting. Also, mentioning about the table topics section, I noted down a few good things that happened. I think, yeah. Toastmaster Krishna presented for the first time. I think he did a great job. Looking forward to his more presentations from him. So table topics, you did a very good job. Coming up next, I think Ravindra also, the way he connected, how, what's the value of, these festivals and celebration, how we need to pass on to our next generation. One point to Ravindra, I would say, is avoid repeating. Sometimes even I do that when we are, because we need to talk more, we keep repeating. So avoid that, be mindful on that. Toastmaster Abhinav, I loved your not praying but playing thing. I think that was great. Okay. And yeah, Daipayan, I already mentioned. Maria gave me some real good tips. I was feeling like, contacting her offline to get more ideas about leading a healthy life with leaves. So kudos. Okay, moving ahead. What did I miss? I'm just making a note. Okay, a few negatives, I would say. Okay, my evaluators, I think the introduction part, great job again. Toastmaster Krishna, you are new and you did a great job in introducing your purpose and things like that. Similarly, Daipayan, great job again. I loved the word of the day, but I think we didn't use much. But it's a great word. A few negatives. Google form wasn't completely filled up before the meeting. I think a few roles are still open. I think the last moment changes probably. So one thing, like when we take up a role, I think we can always try and assign, suppose we have to back out because of some reasons, it's good to actually assign someone else as a backup. We do it ourselves. If I don't take it up, I should arrange for a backup. So that is something I think we can start practicing and fill up the Google form on time in advance. New member intros aren't complete. So that is something I had to look for some of the intros. So I think secretary needs to take care of that. Make sure the new members intros are updated on the Google Doc. Toastmaster Daipayan, one point, when you give word of the day, it may be a good practice to actually also spell it out. Sometimes the words, we aren't sure of the spelling, so that you can do. I think that's about it. Okay, a little bit about Toastmaster Narayanan's speech. So I think it was a great job done. It showed a lot of knowledge that he has on the subject, the conviction and the knowledge with which he spoke. I think that was mind-blowing. And the way you answered the questions, you answered very openly, giving your examples. You were not restricted or diplomatic in the way you handled the things, which I liked a lot. I liked when people open up and talk their heart out. So that's a great job. I think, yeah, I think your deep knowledge on the topic, audience engagement, stood out for me. One thing that I feel you could do is you could have added some more interesting stories or anecdotes to how it made a difference. Maybe something that we could remember, more prominently. You did share here and there, but maybe something more prominent. I think that magical, what kind of magic it created in your life or someone else's life, that would have helped. Overall, I think that's pretty much what I had to talk about. I'm sorry if I missed anything. I think I covered everything. Now I would like to call upon stage my tag team, my timer, Toastmaster Abhinav.
Thank you, Toastmaster General Secretary Barnali. For dynamics today, Narayanan's speech went on for 8 minutes. The Q&A went on for 20 minutes. So it was overtime. Speech was supposedly end on 7:30, and the Q&A should have been ended at 15 minutes itself, 15:30, but it went over a little time. In terms of table topics, Ravindra, Krishna, Abhinav, Taipayan, all were within time. There was only one disqualification. And in terms of evaluation, Ravindra spoke for 2 minutes 45 seconds within time. One thing is that we started meeting at 3:03. It could have begun at 3 p.m. as well because we are on time. But now because of that, now it might end overtime. Yeah, that's all.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Abhinav. I would like to now call upon stage Toastmaster Krishna for the R-counter report.
Yeah, overall, I see there are very less use of R's and Ums in all the speeches. So overall, I counted it's around, including all the speeches and all the table topic speeches, it came around 10, and I think which is very good. But there were some repeated words I saw in the meeting a lot, like for example, was used many times, and like I was, that was used many times, and ands and likes are also repeated multiple times. And the laughter was generated was really good. I saw it around 8 times the laughter generated in the whole meeting. That was my report. Thank you, Toastmaster.
Great. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Krishna. Now I would like to call upon stage Toastmaster Taipayan for the grammarian report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Barnali. So word of the day and phrase of the day was used once each. I think we can do a bit more better job at it. We can be a bit more Elysian. Some couple of good usages, good play of words, not praying but playing. That was a good play, Toastmaster Abhinav. Toastmaster Krishna had ups and downs, which I think for table topics, which is first time, I think this was a good use of phrase. One really good thing that I noticed was in Toastmaster Narayanan's speech, the emphasis on syllables of words, which came out really well. I think we need to pay more attention to that. So he had examples like huge or impact, important. So the exact syllable in it was emphasized, which is a really good practice. Couple of things that need to be improved, I guess. One is the usage of articles like so we had some incorrect usages like the old Bollywood music, or getting the togetherness, something like that, where sometimes you don't need those extra articles being qualified. Singular plural errors. So wash their hairs. The ladies had to wash their hairs. We don't need the plural there. It's just ladies had to wash their hair, because hair itself is plural. And then something on pronunciation of words. This is just something to be mindful about. It's not like a deal breaker. Local accents sometimes creep in. It's not a problem, but we should just be sort of aware. Things like hesitation or manage. I saw some incorrect pronunciations on those words. So just be a bit mindful of pronunciations. That's it. That's my report. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Taipayan. Great report. And that brings me to the end of my evaluation section. Thank you. Over to TMOD.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator and the General Evaluator team as well. Thank you so much for your wonderful insight and overall insights of the meeting. So, okay, we have the QR, so everyone just voted. So I would like to ask you one question. Whenever the festival things come, what the thing which you get excited for the most?
Holiday.
Holiday, okay. In the festival, I'm asking, like suppose you're celebrating a festival.
New clothes, dishes,
Okay.
sweets.
Sweets, or I can say food. So festival cannot be completed without food. So in Ugadi, we have a very special festive drink, which you all have mentioned earlier, the pachdi. So that Ugadi pachdi is made up of 6 flavors. That is sweet, salty, spicy, sour, astringent, and one more?
Spicy.
Kadwa, bitter.
Bitter.
Yeah, so sour.
So,
So,
sour is khatta, bitter is kadwa.
yeah. So it's salty, sweet, bitter, spicy, astringent, and sour. Okay, so it represents that the life is also a mix up of all these things. It is not that the life is always a bag full of happiness. It's a mixture of sweet memories, like some bad days and all others. So if I can say, the salty part in the pachdi represents the fear. The sweet part, we mix a jaggery or the ripened banana. That represents happiness. The bitter represent the sadness. For the bitterness, we have neem leaves and the flower bud in the pachdi. For the spicy represents anger. That is the chili which we include. Astringent is surprise. That is the raw mango. Whenever you drink the pachdi, when you just crush the raw mango, then you'll feel that astringent surprise. And the sour is the challenges, which is the tamarind, which is mixed in the pachdi. So it reflects that whenever we take that drink, it reminds that the life is a mixture of all these things, and we get the reminder that we have to face all these things and we have to go on and on. Like the show must go on. It's like that. So before ending, I would like to ask from the two very excited and two Ugadi person, like the way the Ugadi is mostly celebrated. Krishna, I would like to ask your some memories which you want to share with us, or some special moment during Ugadi.
Yeah, Ugadi, actually I was trying to tell what you already told.
That's why I kept your session at the last.
Yeah, 6 flavors, yeah. Yeah, that's really true, like 6 flavors of, because then what we use is like whenever we taste the pachadi for the first time, whichever the taste you find for the first. So we say that, okay, you for this year you
will be having,
you will be having, if you taste sweet, okay, this year you will be having
great. Happiness and okay, so that's great.
That kind of a something we interestingly believe. So that's
What more sweet, man?
No, it has all the flavors, no?
Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, but really, we celebrate it with all our family members. But this time I couldn't get an opportunity. Normally I go to my native place to celebrate with my friends and families.
Okay.
It's a great time, we meet to meet people and buy new clothes, having great dishes. That's.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster. Now, our most energetic person, Toastmaster Ravindra.
Yeah. As Krishna said, yeah, it's 6 flavors is a mix of all the, like you said, different bitterness, sweetness, and everything. And also this neem leaves represents it's curing for and it's for good health.
Medication also.
We use that in medicines as well. Okay. Yeah, apart from this pickle, we have lots of different variety of dishes we prepare and new clothes as part, and we're getting together as a family, and also we go out to watch movie.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster. with this, I would like to end today's session here. I formally end this session. And I would like to thank all of you who came today in this long weekend week and make this event possible. Because we were about to cancel this, and Toastmaster Abhinav told it's not a good sign for a club like Trailblazers, who has a good reputation in the district, that we are cancelling the club. You know, whenever I go to any of the event, people come and ask me, Shailu, how many members do you have in your club? I proudly say we have 29. They say, how many come? I said 20 to 25 members comes every week. They said, oh, that's a very good number. So that thing I have maintained in the district. So that's also I want you to please help me in that. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming. We meet at
Results.
yeah. So we meet every Thursday, 3 to 4:30. Next week also we are meeting, and after that we are heading to our DGM Nitin Bhagat's wedding. So you all are invited to join us. Now I would like to ask Toastmaster Abhinav to present the results.
So we got 6 responses till now. Anybody wants to vote if somebody is left voting? But you also plan for mentoring sessions which you didn't do. Okay. I'll give 1 more minute for people who have left voting, can do that now. Mentoring, how to do mentoring? Oh. Should we do it now? Everybody is available. We
Yeah.
record it.
Okay, will do.
Can all of us stay back for 5 more minutes? Okay,
I have to drop off.
we'll do it again.
Ah.
Just practice and do it again. We'll do it now also.
Okay. Okay. Just give me the link.
Then I'll go ahead and.
You
Okay.
do it now. Great. So, ladies and gentlemen, Toastmaster Ravindra, Toastmaster Abhinav has come up with a great initiative. He wants to enlighten us with the mentoring session. He wants to give some light on what a mentor should do and how the mentors should help their mentees. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Toastmaster Abhinav for his masterclass on mentorship.
So every month we have decided to do a 5-minute session on Toastmasters basics, 101 Toastmasters. And today we'll start with, last week we told about the Excel sheet, how we maintain all the agendas. And we'll talk about mentoring. Okay, mentoring is very important in Toastmasters. All of us have got mentors assigned. If not, ask for it from President or any division. So the thing is, we also get that recorded. When we get Toastmasters, we join for ourselves. I want to do better. I want to become better. I want to become a better speaker. But I'm pretty sure that you realize after some time, it's a give and take relationship. You can't get everything on your own for yourself. Okay? You also have to give back. Right? Mentoring is very small thing to do, but might have great reward for somebody else. For example, you take a role of accountant. It might help somebody who stammers a lot. It can do a great deal for them. It's not demeaning, it's actually useful for them. Same way, mentoring is a very small thing to do. When somebody joins new, just help them out with few things. Kaushal termed it as discovery call. All mentors have to have a discovery call with the new mentees. All they have to do is show how the Toastmaster login works, help them choose a pathway, help them with their speeches in the beginning, 2 or 3 speeches in the beginning, and usually members then pick up themselves and move on. They know how to do it next. Mentoring can also be a lifelong friendship you can have, a buddy. Narayanan has given a lot of speeches about that. So mentoring can be done that way also. So all of us, all members can become mentors, first and foremost. Even if you are new, you have done only 2 speeches, you can be a mentor to somebody who is joining now, right? So that's the only thing. In our XCOM group, there's a Canvas link in which all the things mentor has to do as a duty are mentioned. I'll share that with everybody who wants to become a mentor. And if you already are a mentor, you can use that to just tick off the boxes you already had done. I don't have anything other thing to share apart from this. I'll repeat this again next week also. Okay. So be a mentor if you can. Surely you can, but be a mentor and raise your hands if somebody asks, can you become a mentor for somebody? All right. Another back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Abhinav. He's always ahead in helping all of us without taking any advantage and
Money.
And money. and we know that it is not his responsibility always to guide us and help us. Like if we say in XCOM we have president, we have VP education, it's mostly the role of VP education and the president to hold on these things. But Toastmaster Abhinav always come up and have a back for all of us. So thank you so much, Toastmaster Abhinav. So now everyone has voted. You just tell the votes.
All right. So today's speaker was not qualified because of timing. Otherwise, today's best evaluator goes to Mr. Ravindra. The best table topics is tied today between Daipayan and Abhinav.
Oh.
Nowadays, we've always been ties
Table topics.
The best role taker, there's no doubt about it. It goes to Shailu.
Oh.
And meeting quality was 4 and 5. All good.
Okay. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Abhinav. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen. So, this is the end of our 457th meeting of Trailblazers Toastmasters Club. Congratulations to all the winners. We'll meet next week. Before that, I would like all our offline participants to please come for the photograph. And online participant Maria, can you please turn on your video if possible? And oh, Daipan left.
You can ask Barnali or not.
Barnali.
Take photo.
Come. 4:30. No?
Screenshot, anybody who's taking? Who's taking a screenshot?
Barnali.
Happy Ugadi. Happy Narayanan.
Happy Ugadi. Happy Navratri.
Coronation.
Happy New Year.
I've taken. Okay, one more. Shall I take?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Just 1 second. Wait a second.
Coronation.
1 second over. 1 second over.
Wait, one more.
Pin the offline participants.
I'll show automatically.
Achha.
Speaker. Okay.
Done.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
See you next week. Bye bye. Oh.